guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, Glam By Sam. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe if you want new beauty videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. And if you are already a subscriber, then of course, hi, welcome back. So glad you're watching again. So in today's video, we're going to be testing out the Colourpop Barbie palette on camera. And I'm going to create this look that I'm wearing right now, which is a really nice, wearable, everyday look. I feel like people, when they think about Barbie and also like when they see this palette, they see like all the colorful shades, which are really pretty, but I personally know I'm not going to wear these on an everyday basis. So I kind of wanted to show you guys a like more neutral everyday look that you can create with this palette, because this palette definitely has a nice variety of more neutral shades. So I know this palette has been out for a little while now, but I recently received it in the mail and I bought this with my own money, so I thought, why not review this? So I think without further ado, if you want to see how I created this eye look and what I think of this Colourpop Barbie palette, then please keep watching. So right here we have the Colourpop and Barbie palette, and as you can see, I'm wearing all my face makeup except for my eye makeup, because we're going to be doing an eye look together using this palette. So first I'm going to prime my eyelids a little bit, and for that I'm going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C0.5. I used to always use my P. Louise base, but it is expired, so I'm going to try this one. It was sitting in my drawer. I think it should work as an eyeshadow base, but I've actually never tried it, so let's see. I'm just going to put this on my eyes. Now I'm taking this P. Louise brush and I'm just going to blend this out. Now I have pretty oily eyelids, I have hooded eyelids, and it's really warm today, so I'm curious to see how this is going to last on my eyes. But I'm just putting on the base so that we have like an even canvas to work with. So that is what that is looking like, and it's actually looking quite good for an eyeshadow base. So now that we have applied the eyeshadow base, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Boardwalk. And I'm just going to put that all over my lids. And this is also going to set the concealer. I'm just tapping off some excess and then I'm just applying this all over my lid. This looks like a gorgeous pink color. And no worries, we're going to blend it later. So this is actually pretty pigmented. And so far the shadow is also performing really well. So now I'm just going to be taking this fluffy brush by Beauty Bay, and I'm just going to go over that and blend everything out. Now I'm going to be using this brush from Sigma Beauty, which is in number E45, and this was kindly gifted to me by Sigma Beauty, and this is called the Medium Sweeper brush. So what I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to be taking this brown shade right here, which is called Zuma Beat, and I'm going to add that to my outer corners. So I'm just tapping this on my brush and then sort of like patting this on here in a diagonal line. Like that, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And now from that same Sigma Beauty set, I'm going to be using the E38 diffused crease brush, and I'm just going to take this all the way at the end of the brush, and then we're going to add a very light pressure and then just blend this all together. Can you see how good that blends? This was like the before and this is the after. Blends really nice. I'm just going to tap this brush in that same shade a little more and then just like go over that and bring it into the crease. So now that is what that is looking like, and now I'm going to be taking this nice big fluffy brush by BH Cosmetics, and again using very light pressure, I'm going to go over all of this and make sure everything is nice and blended. So far this palette is performing really well. I feel like it's really similar to Colourpop's other formulas, but it just looks really nice, and I love the like design of this palette with like the warm tones, and we have some like cooler blues, and then we have some pops of colors. It just looks amazing. So now I'm taking my Peaches and Cream PC20 and I'm going to bring a little bit more depth back into the crease. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be taking that same Zuma Beach shade, tap off some excess, and then just very, very lightly press it in just like these outer corners right here and bring it to the crease. Just to kind of like bring back some dimension. And I know I probably should have done a super colorful look with this palette, but to be honest, that is just not my style of makeup. Like sometimes I see like those amazing blends and it just looks amazing, but I mean, these like super bright colors are not my style of makeup and it's not what I bought this palette for. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys that you can also do a more neutral wearable look with this palette that still has some like fun pops of color. Now I'm taking a little bit of this peachy shade right here, which is called Let's Go Party, and I'm going to put that in the crease as well. I feel like this outer corner is looking a little bit patchy, but that is probably just because of the base and not necessarily because of the palette. So now I'm going to do a half cut crease off camera and then I'll be back and we're going to apply some shimmers. So I am now back with my half cut creases and they don't look like the best, but it's not that big of a deal. Basically, the only reason why I do these is because I have hooded eyes and in this way I can bring the shimmer up a little higher. And it's also nice that the shimmer has like a more neutral base to stick to. So now we need to decide what shimmer we're going to use, and I kind of want to go with this pink one right here, Vintage Doll, because I want to incorporate some pink in this look because it's Barbie. The mattes are really nice, but they kind of turned out a little bit more warm toned than I was expecting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this brush from Beauty Bay, and like I said, I'm going to be using the shade Vintage Doll. And I'm just going to take that on my brush and then we'll see how it goes with the brush, and if it doesn't go well, I'll apply it with my finger. That's a really cute shade actually. It's not that different than the base we had going on, but it's a nice shimmer shade. So I'm going to try it with my finger too and see if that makes a difference. This feels really soft. So this is definitely more intense when you apply it with a finger. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to blend this edge between the half cut crease and the like blended part a little better. So for that I'm just taking this sort of like round brush from Beauty Bay, and I'm going to start with taking the shade Zuma Beach here, and I'm just going to take a little bit on this brush, tap off some excess, and then kind of like tap this on the part where the half cut crease ends, like that. And then I'm also doing the same on the other eye. And now I'm taking this fluffy brush again and I'm going to blend that out. And I'm also sort of like blending on top of the half cut crease, just so there are no harsh lines basically. And now I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of that pink Vintage Doll shade. And as you can see, we now have a really nice blend going on between the pink and the brown. And now taking this brush again, I'm going to sort of like wipe off some excess, and then I'm going to be taking the shade Boardwalk again to apply to my lower lash line. Then taking this tiny blending brush, I'm just going to sort of like blend that. And now the last thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this super light gold, which is called Kelly Girl, and I'm just going to take that for my inner corners. So that is what that is looking like. And now I'm going to apply some mascara off camera, and then I'll be back for my final thoughts on this Barbie palette. Okay guys, and this was it for the finished look on this Colourpop Barbie palette. I really like how it turned out, and even though I'm not like the most creative person with eyeshadow, I think it is definitely a nice wearable look that you can totally wear for every day. That is probably what I'm going to be using this for. In terms of the quality, this performed really nice. I personally think this is totally worth the money, and it has already become one of my favorite Colourpop palettes. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and don't forget to leave a comment telling me what you think about the eye look and whether you picked up this palette. I would love to know who of you also decided to get this palette, thought it was so adorable. So I do quickly want to say that if you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!